About a week ago, I was talking with a few friends, and I don't remember how this came up, but I was suddenly reminded of this one weird computer game we had called Chex Quest. Do you remember Chex Quest?
No.
So it's essentially like the video game Doom, but instead of it being you fight alien, like, bloody saw stuff, it's like a dude who's like a Chex, and he fights like green goblins.
Like
and,
a piece
goo
of
monsters.
Like a piece of Chex cereal?
Yeah, like Chex cereal. Like it came in a box of cereal. But that got me down the rabbit hole, Hannah. And I just went and I found a giant YouTube playlist of old computer games, and I just kept finding more and more and more. And that led me to realize, Hannah, that we had to have had at least 50 computer games when we were children.
Maybe more.
Maybe more. But I just wanted to run through a few with you to see if you had any memories or could remember anything about them.
Okay.
All right. First one is any of several Disney storybook interactive CDs. One being Toy Story. Mm-hmm. We had a 101 Dalmatians one. We had a Winnie the Pooh one.
The most memorable is Toy Story.
Okay.
I think because of how often Austin played it and we probably watched. I do really remember the 101 Dalmatians because I remember, like, seeing all the owners and their dogs together, like, who looked similar.
Yes.
So I remember that game. I don't really remember the Winnie the Pooh that much.
Okay. Backyard baseball.
Ugh. Man. When I tell you that, like, we had, like, backyard baseball, football, hockey. Soccer. We might have had 2 baseball ones.
Maybe. There were many backyard sports games.
We were obsessed.
Pablo Sanchez.
Pablo Sanchez was the best. No matter what sport you were in, he was the best player. I've seen, like, ESPN's tweeted about it, like, who's the greatest video game, like, player of all time, and they never include Pablo Sanchez, and everyone always in the comments is like, it's Pablo Sanchez. No contest.
The next one I want to ask you about is the Easy Bake Oven interactive computer game.
Yes. So this was like, you got this giant thing you would attach to your keyboard. And so that one was fun because we loved to bake as kids, and so to be able to do it on a computer game was fun. So yeah, I loved the Easy Bake Oven one.
We also had an Easy Bake Oven as well.
Right.
So you could do it in real life or fake. Any of the Barbie games. Now we had Barbie Horse Adventures. We had Pet Detective, like an ocean mystery adventure, and then we also had a genie in a bottle. That one also came with like a genie bottle, and you had to open and shut it as part of the game.
Yeah, I think the horse one was the one I remember the most, because I remember you had to, like, take care of the horses, and wasn't there one with, like, a vet?
That was the Pet Detective.
Pet Detective,
one.
okay.
I think, or Pet Rescue.
Pet Rescue, I think.
I think it might have been Pet Rescue. Yeah, you had to, like, save animals from, like, parks and roadways and, like, stray kittens and rabbits, and I think at the end you got to save a monkey.
Yeah.
Like a capuchin monkey.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That was fun, though.
Zoombeanies.
Oh, I downloaded Zoombeanies. Alyssa sent me a picture or Snapchat of her playing Zoombeanies, and I was like, what the hell? Why am I not playing Zoombeanies? So I went on Steam and I downloaded Zoombeanies, and I've been playing that shit.
We loved it as kids, and a couple of years ago, I think our brother told me about how somebody was remastering the game and releasing it on Steam, so I got it. It was like $4 or something, and I casually play it every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff. Holds up.
I think my favorite computer game as a kid was the Richard Scarry's.
Oh, yes.
Busiest Town, or?
We had Busiest Town, and then we had, like, Mathematician.
Okay.
One.
The Busiest Town was, like, where it was at for me.
Busiest Town was great, because you got to do different jobs. You got to be, like, a baker, and you got to work on the garbage truck, and you worked in, like, a flour mill.
Right. I also love that Tonka game.
That's the one I was going to ask you about next.
That game was so much fun.
It was like Tonka Town, like, search and rescue.
Yeah, you got to be, like, different, like, the Tonka trucks, for people who don't know, they were, like, different, like, they were actual, like, trucks and stuff. They were different. Like, they had, like, fire trucks, like, all this different kind of stuff. So they had a computer game that was, like, the Tonka cars, and you got to, like, do different tasks as these, like, Tonka cars.
Clue Finders.
Okay, yeah, Clue Finders was fun. It was weird because it was like, you got it through the schools, like through Scholastic, I think?
Yeah, it was part of the school.
So you bought like a book that had like math work problems, and then it came with this game, which was basically like a logic, like, have fun while learning game.
Yeah, they were like based for different age groups.
Right.
It'd be like 3rd grade, 4th grade, and they'd go to a different locale, and you'd have to solve a mystery to save someone or something.
I mean, they were fun.
They were. I still have a very specific memory of the Egypt one.
Yeah.
Where the evil man is laughing and he starts choking and he just goes, "I swallowed my mint."
I mean, we all know the real MVP was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Yes. There were 2 of these. One was a bit more of a detective whodunit. You have suspects, you have clues, you have to travel to different parts of the world to find out who done it. The other one we had was more of like reading comprehension, where you had these like agents captured and you had to save them.
Right.
Through like logic and reading puzzles. We played those a lot.
Yeah, for sure. They were good times. I mean, like, you know, because we didn't necessarily have a lot of video game systems when we were like younger.
When we were younger, we really only had, we had a Nintendo 64 and we had Game Boys.
Right. So I think I played a lot more computer games when I was younger, certainly. Yeah. I know people still play computer games. Like, our brother plays computer games a lot. And I don't have, like, an actual computer. And I don't have a CD drive.
So I had, like, this obsession with Nancy Drew computer games. It's, like, this whole thing. There's, like, 30 of them. And me and my brother, like, played them obsessively when I was younger. And I have a ton of them now, but I don't have a laptop that has a CD-ROM, so I can't really do anything with them. And then there's some, like, really obscure computer games that, like, I can't find. So one of these is a game called Moogie Takes Manhattan. Yeah. Do you have any memories of this game?
Yeah, because when you used to buy, like, some of the computer games you used to buy, you get 2 games on one, like, CD.
Right.
And I don't remember what game. Was it with the Richard Scarry or?
It might have been. It was like this like DIC like learning system.
I didn't play it a lot, but I do have vague memories of it.
What about Madeline's European Adventures?
Of course I remember that one. That was a classic. And you sent me, we just said that at the same time, you sent me like a video of you watching that. And I was like, yeah, that game was classic.
I did. That one was a fun one.
Roller Coaster Tycoon,
Zoo Tycoon. The thing is, like, this isn't even scratched the surface. There are so many children's computer games that were produced from, like, the late 90s to the early 2000s. I just remembered Alien Tales.
Yeah.
So essentially, Alien Tales was a game where it was all about books. They covered classic books like Wizard of Oz, Charlotte's Web, classic children's literary novels, and you had to fight aliens with, like, these different trivia, word puzzles, things like that, for prize money, and then the aliens would be shipped out into space. It was very creative, very hard, though.
Yeah.
Very difficult game.
For sure.
We never beat it.
No, I mean,
not smart enough.
I very rarely beat video games, or computer games. I gave up on them, so.
That's that.
That's that. Welcome to Research Rank Repeat. This is co-host Hannah.
And this is co-host Alyssa.
And we're coming at you with fall foods.
Yes, we have just celebrated Thanksgiving.
And I know you're looking at your calendar. If you're listening to this the day it comes out, I know you're thinking it's December.
Technically, it's still fall.
It technically is still fall. Also, this was supposed to come out last episode.
Yeah, and we couldn't make it happen.
Right. So, we pushed it back a week.
And yeah, and you're just getting it the first week of December, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
So this is, like, really makeshift fall foods, like...
I think we won't run through what they all are first. I think you can just be surprised by what we get you. It's a very weird assortment of food and drink, both. Mm-hmm. I think this is the first time we're doing a mix of things.
Yes, it is a mix. Yeah, you're right. This is the first time. We've only ever done strictly food or strictly drink.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One of our listeners recommended a certain food item to us. They wanted us to know about it and said we should try it. And we were like, Yeah, let's do it. So we kind of worked our idea about this around that, and thanks, listener.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be thanking you because
That's true.
I've seen what they've looked like, and it does not look great.
Yeah, I don't know if we're actually going to like it, so maybe we won't.
We'll see. We'll
not
see what
thank
happens.
you.
Well, the first one we have is certainly a brand we both had experience with.
Yes.
It would be Pop-Tarts, and this is their pumpkin pie, which I believe is like a special fall edition. People don't know Pop-Tarts are essentially like...
toasted pastries.
But you don't have to toast them. You can eat them just out of the bag, non-toasted.
You can eat them non-toasted.
I will say we did eat Pop-Tarts like as kids. It was one of the things we had in the mornings because our mom like worked midnight, so she couldn't always like make us breakfast. It was just easy to grab and throw in the toaster or just eat out of the bag.
Or like frozen waffles, toaster waffles. We did a lot too.
Yeah.
And we usually had like the wild berry, cherry, I think were the two.
Strawberry, yeah.
As an adult in college, sometimes you just need to grab Pop-Tarts out of a vending machine.
Yeah.
S'mores.
Ooh, yeah.
That's probably a top tier of mine as an adult.
Yeah, I remember a while back I read an article about how Pop-Tarts are the thing that's most bought when there's like a huge power outage because you could just eat them cold.
Right. You don't need...
And they actually like each like serving has 380 calories, which is actually quite a bit. So it does like fill you.
Right. And it has a very small nutritional value.
Right. But yeah, so we toasted one and we've left one cold.
Yes.
So we're going to try it kind of both ways. What do you want to do, the cold one first?
Let's do the cold one first.
Okay.
No, I don't think I've had a Pop-Tart in several years, I think.
So this Pop-Tart, it looks very sad. The inside looks like it's like a pumpkin puree mix, and the outside just looks like a frosted with some sprinkles.
Some specks of sprinkles. And now, I'm not huge on pumpkin pie flavoring.
It smells really not
Pumpkin
great.
spice lattes, I'm here for.
Okay.
But pumpkin pie, I'm not like a huge pumpkin pie person.
All right, so this is the cold version. We should mention we brought the whiteboards back.
We brought our trusty whiteboards back. It's fairly bland.
Mm-hmm. You don't even really taste pumpkin that much. I will say the warmed up version was better.
I think it tasted better heated in the toaster.
I think the flavor actually came through better in the toaster, but I also don't think it's much of a flavor, which is kind of true to me for most Pop-Tarts, except for a couple varieties.
Yeah, I think the strawberry, is probably the best fruit-flavored one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. It's just okay, I would say.
Yes. Okay.
So, next, we have to take a quick break because we have to make a drink.
We'll explain when I come back, but we're going to take a quick break.
We're going to go take a quick break so we can make this drink. All right, we're back.
Okay, so I was very excited to find this.
Yes.
I was at Meijer, and I was trying to see. I was having a really hard time finding things for us to try. And I went to the middle section, and they had all the Christmas stuff out already. And I found this. It's called Cask and Kettle Hot Cocktails, made in 2017. So it's basically a Keurig, which, if you don't know, is basically like a single-serve coffee maker.
It's a little pod usually filled with coffee grounds.
Right, but this one is filled with spiked dry cider. So it's filled with vodka, apple cider, and caramel color. It is 25% alcohol per pod.
Let me repeat that. 25% alcohol per pod, 50 proof.
Yeah, but this is basically just like a hot cocktail.
Yeah, I'm excited to try
Pretty
it.
much. Spiked dry cider.
It smelled like vodka while we were making it.
Yeah.
Very strong scent.
Was that me?
Yes.
What did I knock off?
You knocked a bunch of magazines
How
off
did I
the
knock
chair.
that off?
It hit the ground and then the force from the ground made other things fall.
I gotcha.
We all make mistakes, Hannah.
Yeah, I mean, just from look, it's very dark.
It's very dark. The smell, it was while brewing, had a very strong scent. It smells nice, though. We personally really like hot apple cider. I also like spiked cider, also great.
And I like vodka, so.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Put some hairs on your chest.
This doesn't taste like cider. It smells like cider.
It just tastes like vodka.
It just tastes like
warm
alcohol.
vodka.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's really not a lot of flavor.
I think because it's so strong, like 25% of alcohol is a lot, that the cider just gets like lost.
Like the smell is there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a stiff drink. Our next item is something that we prepared to follow this one, as we assumed due to the alcohol content that we would want an absorption of said alcohol. So, while we were recording our intro, setting things up, Hannah and I were baking a little something in the oven. And we are very excited to try it. As you can hear Hannah loudly removing things from a pan.
Would you like to explain what this is? You threw away the can, so.
I did. What we have here is a Pillsbury pumpkin spiced cinnamon roll.
With?
Pumpkin frosting.
Yes.
Icing, whatever you want to call it. It smells amazing while it was being cooked. It looks aesthetically pleasing. I like cinnamon rolls, so
I love cinnamon rolls.
I'm not mad about it.
So you all can't see, but we just finished that cinnamon roll in probably 30 seconds.
It was delicious.
That was very good.
It was a very good cinnamon roll.
I remember when I found it, I sent Alyssa a picture, and she's like, oh, that looks amazing.
I was very excited.
It smelled amazing while it was cooking.
I accidentally ate some of the frosting before we did this podcast, and from the very little bit I got on my tongue, it tasted pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, this is to me like a pumpkin flavor that works.
Yeah, because it's in a baked good.
It's in a baked good. It's like the frosting just adds to the flavor. It tastes pumpkin-y.
And it's not too overwhelming.
No.
And pumpkin complements cinnamon really well.
Yeah.
So it's already like a cinnamony spiced roll. So just adding a little pumpkin's not hurting it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I mean, that's delicious.
Yeah, I'm glad we now have 5 more that we can eat.
4 more.
Oh,
there was 5 total.
There's 5 total. We have 4 more that we can eat at our leisure later on. That's like,
God, this is going to be fucking disgusting.
Hannah, we don't want any of your warm milk.
We don't want your warm milk. So what this is I was at Trader Joe's to get another item we're trying later. And I found a non-dairy pumpkin oat beverage.
I'm concerned that it's called oat beverage and not oat milk.
It's basically like oat milk mixed with pumpkin puree.
I see. So that's why it's a beverage and not a milk.
It recommends that you add to a smoothie or enjoy it warm with a dollop of whipped topping.
Okay.
So, like, heat it up. We're just going to drink it cold. Not cold, but room temperature.
Room temperature. I personally really love oat milk. It was something I was introduced to last year. And I've been religiously drinking it as my dairy, or I guess in this case, fake dairy of choice.
Yeah, I've come around on it lately. I put it in my coffee.
Yeah, I convinced my mom to start. She was big on the almond milk. And almond milk just wastes a lot of water. The production of the milk is very not great for water conservation. Oat and soy are the best, but soy gives me inflammation, so I can't drink it the way I used to.
So it looks orange.
It looks like a little thick. It looks kind of like eggnog.
It smells
A little pumpkin-y.
a little pumpkin-y.
All right.
Cheers to health.
Warm milk. You can't see it, but Hannah just audibly gagged. Her body just revolted a little, and she looks sad.
God. I can't stop.
I think it's fine.
Something's throwing it off. Something about it's like throwing me off.
I think it would be better warm.
Yeah.
I think they're right that it would be good. It'd be good in a smoothie. It'd be good in milk, like in a coffee, like as a creamer.
I don't think as on its own it's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat it like just drink a glass of this or like make a bowl of cereal with this. But you know, it's pretty good. I'm okay with it. I know you didn't seem to enjoy it, but
Yeah, I was not that okay with it.
okay. So next up, we are continuing with our dairy. Or fake dairy, but this one actually is real dairy.
So this was another Trader Joe's find. It's a spiced pumpkin goat cheese.
Spiced pumpkin goat cheese. So
We thought we'd enjoy it on cracker.
we're going to put it on a nice bland cracker, a non-flavored cracker, to see how we feel about it. Might just eat a little plain, too. But normally this is a spreading-esque cheese that you would normally spread onto something. So we've got some crackers left over from Thanksgiving. So put them to use. Now, I'm a big fan of cheese, Hannah.
Yeah, I love cheese. Goat cheese is not necessarily my favorite cheese.
Yeah, goat cheese is fine. I enjoy it. I'll eat it. It really doesn't have a scent.
I just smell the cracker.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, well.
Great. Cheers.
Sorry, cracker stuck in my throat.
It tastes like cheese.
Yeah.
I don't taste any pumpkin. The cheese is good. I like the cheese. It's kind of similar to like a brie cheese almost. Like it's kind of a more like soury cheese.
Mm-hmm. I will say goat cheese to me has always had a weird weird aftertaste. This actually makes it taste better to me.
Okay.
Because it's almost a bit sweeter. But yeah, it doesn't taste like pumpkin. It just really does taste like cheese.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing. I like, again, we love
I
cheese.
actually think this would be good, like, melted over some bread. Like, in the oven.
This would be good, like a little tostada.
Like a bruschetta-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fruits, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be good.
I will say I thought this was going to be a lot grosser than it was.
Yeah, I expected a very strong pumpkin flavor.
Okay, so...
We have to go make another beverage, so we're going to take another break, and we'll get back shortly. And we're back.
All right, so the next drink is non-alcoholic. It is basically just Mott's hot apple cider. So it's a Keurig cup again. You just, and it's basically just regular hot cider. Yeah, so we're going to give it a go.
No spiked cider in this one, just hot apple cider. But it's out of a pod. What is it with these ciders not tasting like anything? They just taste like hot water with maybe a little hint of apple flavor, like a little spice. It's like a sparkling water with some spice in it. It is not even close to the real thing.
I mean, it's fine. But yeah, there's not much there.
Yeah, it's okay. Considering we can just get our own apple cider from a cider mill or the store and make our own hot apple cider, like, this does not compare at all in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, hot apple cider tastes better if you just make your own on the stove.
And this doesn't have the added benefit of there being alcohol in here, so.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Okay, so next, which was another Trader Joe's find. It's basically just a tortilla chip, but they're shaped like leaves.
And this was a food item found by one of our previous guests, Shannon. She sent a photo of fall leaf-themed tortilla chips, and because they are leaves and they're fall leaves, we felt compelled that we had to have them for our fall tasting.
Right, they're just regular flavored chips.
Yeah, there's nothing weird about the flavor. They just are shaped like leaves. And we're trying to determine if that makes them taste any better. Because as you know, with the shaped Reese's, there is a tier of what shape tastes best. Like, a very specific list, I would say, of what...
We should rank that at some point.
We should.
We'll leave that for...
we'll save that for later.
All right, but yeah, they look cute.
Yeah, little maple leaves, got some oak in there, maybe some elm.
We don't have any salsa right now to try them with.
Yeah, we don't.
But I'm going to try it plain first, and then we do have some hummus.
Me too.
I mean, yeah, to me it tastes like a chip.
Tastes like a tortilla chip.
I will say, I think I want it to taste better because it's a fall leaf, it does taste like a solid chip.
Yeah, just to remind you, it does not have any specific fall flavor. It's just a tortilla chip in the shape of a leaf.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good tortilla chip.
No, it's a perfectly normal tortilla chip. I'm not mad about it.
Nope.
No quarrel here.
Nope. All right, so next we have jet puffed pumpkin spice marshmallows.
Now, are they supposed to be pumpkins or turkeys?
I think they're pumpkins.
Okay, because they look like brown blobs.
Yeah, and they're all mushed together in the bag.
Okay, exciting. My palate is
salivating just looking at these bad boys.
Okay, they're pumpkins.
Oh, they do actually smell.
They do smell like pumpkin.
Okay.
I'm not mad about that.
I will say it's one of the most pumpkin tasting things I've had today.
It is a very clearly defined pumpkin flavor.
You almost get a little bit of the spice too, like the pumpkin spice in there. Like you can taste it on your tongue. Yeah. To me, like, marshmallows are good. Like, I like them on s'mores. I like them on hot chocolate. I don't really like marshmallows on their own.
I used to eat just straight up marshmallows when I was younger.
Yeah.
I would just eat handfuls of marshmallows because I loved sugar. And then I became an adult and was like, you know what? I don't need that much sugar. You know, that would be kind of nice in a coffee.
No, I think it would be good eating like a hot cocoa.
Yeah. You know what's weird?
What?
We call them marshmallows, but they're spelled mallow.
Yeah,
like
marshmallow.
But I always call it marshmallows.
I think it just sounds better.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
All right, so we got to make one more drink, and then we have one more snack.
All right, we have returned, and we're here with our last drink.
Yeah, so this is a Bailey's limited edition apple pie flavor.
Yeah, so our first non-pumpkin flavor.
Yeah, so this is alcoholic. Bailey's is basically like an Irish cream liqueur.
Liqueur, yes.
Yeah.
And if you listened to a previous episode of Ranking Childhood Drinks, I went on about this hot chocolate I had with Bailey's in it. That was delicious.
It's made a lot too with like Irish coffees, so you use Bailey's in coffee. But yeah, I've never had the apple pie variety.
I've had normal Bailey's. Now we have a little Dixie cup with just straight up the Baileys, and we also have prepared a little hot chocolate with some Baileys in it.
Yeah, we wanted to see how it tastes in a drink as well.
Yes, in a drink and just plain.
So here's plain.
Toss that back. Why are you touching
Because
your
it,
chest?
like, as soon as I drank it, it just, like, gave me that warm feeling that, you know, when you get that alcohol where it just warms your stomach and your chest.
Everything, fills with the warmth.
Honestly, by itself, it wasn't that bad. Mm-mm. It is really good in the hot chocolate.
Yeah. It's a nice little extra flavor to it.
And I feel like I can taste... Melissa's just hogging the glass over there. We should say, we're recording together for the first time in a while.
Yeah. The last time we recorded together was... No, you came to my apartment.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It was the,
I lied.
pasta and the American Girl. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Never mind. It feels like longer.
I guess it feels like... I guess last time we recorded here.
Yeah, we haven't recorded at this house in a while.
Yes.
That's what I should say.
My parents' house.
Yeah.
I think the last time we recorded here was when we did the hard ciders.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like a pleasant taste. Like, you can taste the apple cuts through, which is pleasant because I think some alcohols, like with the cider one we tried with the vodka, you don't taste the flavor.
Right.
But I think you can taste the apple. There is like little hints of like cinnamony.
Yeah, a little like a cinnamony nutmeg kind of flavor. It's pleasing. I like it. I approve.
It's nice.
I'm a fan. Okay. And
All
now
right.
we have our star. So this is what was recommended to us from a listener. Do you want to describe it, Hannah?
Yeah, it's a Brock's.
Brax.
Basically, they're a brand of candy corn. I will just say I don't like candy corn. Not a fan.
Hannah doesn't like candy corn. Yeah.
Okay, so basically what this is candy corn that is the flavors of turkey dinner plus apple pie and coffee candy corn. So there's like different colors. Like I'm assuming the pink is probably like cranberry-esque. Some of these look like just turkey. I don't know what the green is. I really think it's like
apple?
I don't know. I hope it could be apple pie.
Because there's coffee too.
I think that might
right?
be coffee.
Okay.
I don't know what all this is. I don't know, should we eat it together to get the full experience of a Thanksgiving dinner?
I think we have to try them individually.
Okay.
And then
But do I
try
eat
all
them?
together.
Okay, so I'll start with the green because I'm most afraid of the green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh god! Oh no! Oh god.
What is that? Oh my god. It tastes like waxy pumpkin seed. Is this supposed to be pumpkin?
So the green? No, I think it's...
No, it tastes like pumpkin rind. Like the smell of like when you're coring out a pumpkin and you have the goo. If you've ever eaten a little bit of that, that's what it tastes like.
So bad. Okay.
Oh, that's unpleasant. What are we doing next?
The red.
Okay.
I hope it's cranberry.
Hopefully.
For once in my life, I hope it's cranberry.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Okay.
This tastes like cotton candy.
This doesn't taste like cranberry.
It tastes like cotton candy. So
It's better.
fine. It's better.
Let's do this one. Looks like a dirty tooth.
Which side do I eat? Because there's white. Do I eat like long ways?
It's just, yeah.
Oh, turkey. That's a turkey. Oh, let's save
That's supposed to be the turkey. It tastes like that.
Tastes like turkey skin. Or maybe like some
I
toffee.
throw up. Oh my god. Oh god. That's revolting. That is revolting. What is that? Is there another one?
There's two more. I don't know what that is.
Is that different?
These are different, yeah, because this one was orange. So this one is like a brown and white one. That's the best tasting one.
What is that? That might be apple pie.
I think that's apple pie. Okay, that's pleasant. So I'm hoping this.
I'm hoping
coffee
this
then.
one's...
Okay, this one's like a brown one. Oh yeah, that's
No,
coffee.
that's good. Okay, so now we're gonna eat them together like how you should experience Thanksgiving.
Now we're having a Thanksgiving dinner by combining our half we didn't eat together.
Why don't I do it first and then you do it?
Yeah,
We'll give each other's
okay.
reactions.
Oh god. Okay, good luck, Hannah.
Bottoms up. My mouth just started to salivate.
Have some of your 25% alcohol to wash it down.
I had to burn that taste in my mouth. That's not good. It's that turkey or whatever that green one was just overwhelmed everything.
Alright. Bottoms up. Oh, there's a lot of flavors going on. Turkey's so bad. It's like mud in my mouth. Okay. Oh. Oh, I don't like that.
All right.
Okay.
That was not pleasant at all.
Not pleasant.
I will say 2 of them actually tasted good. The red and the coffee.
The red and the coffee. The apple pie.
Oh, and the pie one.
So 3 of the 6.
But as a whole.
The turkey was atrocious.
And whatever the green is. What is the green supposed to be?
I think it's supposed to be pumpkin. I told you, it tastes like when you accidentally eat a little pumpkin goop out of your pumpkin when you're carving it. You think it's going to taste good and it tastes nasty. That's what it tastes like. I think it's straight up pumpkin. I'm pretty sure. Does it say anything? Oh, green beans!
No, does it say green beans?
Green beans!
Oh my god, it was green beans. Oh, okay, here. I didn't even see this.
Oh, you didn't even see the label?
So there's green beans, roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, and stuffing.
Stuffing?
I didn't taste stuffing.
What?
Plus the apple pie and coffee.
Did we not get the stuffing? We didn't get a stuffing one. Is there another one? We didn't have one that was yellow.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, guys. We missed the stuffing in our meal.
Okay.
I mean, we're not going to have them all together again.
No, I'm not doing that again.
But this, I think, is stuffing. Oh, gosh, stuffing. Oh, my. Oh, that tastes like ass.
That's bad. That's not as bad as the turkey, but that's bad.
Oh, that's bad. This makes me dislike stuffing.
So do you remember we said we would either thank or not thank the guest based off this? I'm going to say I'm not. No thanks.
No thanks. Some of them were pleasant. I'm okay with candy corn.
I can't get the taste out of my mouth.
I'm okay with candy corn. Candy corn's fine. I don't, buy it myself. I don't seek it out, but I'll eat it. But, oh my god. We're gonna make our family taste it tomorrow.
So, we had to order 2 bags.
We had to order 2 bags because it only came like that.
Well, that was a real low light to end on.
You know what I think would be a good idea? Getting another cinnamon roll.
Let's power through this.
Power through and we can eat a cinnamon
Okay. I will start ranking.
Okay, yeah, I think you're up to
Number 10 is the stuffing, the candy corn Thanksgiving meal. It was disgusting. It was vile. I almost threw up. I'm pretty sure that's the closest I came to throwing up.
You gagged.
Individual flavors were fine on their own, some of them, but as a combo, if you ate those together, it tastes disgusting. Not good.
Yeah, I also have last the turkey dinner, apple pie, and coffee. Individually, some were pleasant. Some were not pleasant, and altogether, it was not a combo that I enjoyed. But I think I have gained character from trying it.
I'm sweating right now.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, number 9 is the pumpkin oat milk. The only other one that made me gag a little bit. I like oat milk. I just think on its own, since it's not heated up and everything like that, the taste wasn't that pleasant to me.
So number 9, I have the Mott's Hat apple cider. It tasted like hot water with maybe a little hint of apple, and there wasn't alcohol in it, so it had no value. And we dumped it in the trash, we dumped it down the drain. We had our sips and then we were done with it. I wouldn't drink this.
No.
Considering we could just get our own cider and it tastes 10 times better, it's not worth it.
Yeah, number 8, I had the hot apple cider. Same as you. I would much rather get my own cider and heat it up on the stove with some bowling spices. It's hot water with a little spritz of apple in there.
So number 8, I have the pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts. They're fine. They're just really bland. There really isn't much flavor to them. I don't really, I wouldn't go out of my way to get them. They don't taste bad, though. But they're just okay. Just kind of bleh.
Yeah, I had those as number 7, the pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts. It's the same. They don't really taste like much of anything, to be honest. And I'm not necessarily a huge Pop-Tart fan unless it's specific flavors, so I think that's probably part of it. But yeah, it's just very dry and it made me just want to drink.
So number 7, speaking of drinking, I have the Cask and Kettle Spiked Hot Cider. Don't get me wrong, love a good spiked drink, but the problem is that the hot cider was again kind of similar to the hot apple cider, the unspiked version, in that it really didn't taste like cider. It really just tasted like the 25% vodka that was in there. So, unfortunately, I had to rake it low.
Number 6, I had the goat cheese pumpkin spice goat cheese. I think it's just for me, I'm not a big fan of goat cheese. And while I do like it more than regular goat cheese, I just think it's not something that I would ever get again.
That's fair. So, number 6, I have the pumpkin oat beverage. On its own, I think it's okay. I personally like oat milk, and I was not gagging, I wasn't upset drinking it. I do think it is would be good in things, in a smoothie, as a creamer for a coffee, stuff, or warm. And because it's just like fine, it was a little bit lower on my ranking list.
Yeah, number 5, I put the chips. Simply for the fact that they're not pumpkin flavor, they're not fall flavored, they're just fall themed chips. Look, I love tortilla chips. Tortilla chips are great. But yeah, it wasn't... It was fall in the fact that it looked like fall leaves, but the flavor didn't have anything but a normal tortilla chip.
Number 5, I also put the fall leaf tortilla chips, and I agree. The presentation was pleasant. I like eating leaves. They look nice. They're colored. They're reds and yellow colored, so they fit the aesthetically pleasing theme that I am here for. But again, they just kind of tasted like tortilla chips, so I can't judge them on their fall merit, on taste flavor, that is.
Yeah, number 4. Sorry, number 4, I went with the Cash Kettle hot vodka cider. Simply because I love vodka. I love alcohol. I know it didn't really taste like cider, but again, I enjoy it because it's a lot of alcohol.
Yeah. Number 4, I have the pumpkin spice marshmallows. I was pleasantly surprised with the marshmallow flavor. I think out of all the things we had, the pumpkin came through the most. Like, it was very clear, very present. I think it just has to rank a little lower because I don't really eat marshmallows very much. I wouldn't go out of my way to get these again, but I was very pleasantly surprised by them.
Yeah, number 3, I went with the pumpkin spice marshmallows. I think it was the biggest surprise to me. I was not looking forward to eating the marshmallows because I thought they'd be gross, but they were really good. I would put them in, like, hot chocolate. I would put them in, like, other beverages. Yeah, coffee.
Too.
Yeah, they were good, and it did give me, the pumpkin spice, like, hits your palate on this one, which, if it's a fall ranking, like, I have to put it higher because it did taste like a fall food.
So, number 3, I have the pumpkin goat cheese. And I really liked the goat cheese. Don't get me wrong, it didn't really taste like pumpkin very much. It was very, very subtle pumpkin flavor, but the cheese was very nice. I liked the flavor, I liked the texture, and like the spread. I thought it was really nice. Tasted good on a cracker. I would eat it again. So, pleasant.
Yeah, number 2 went with the apple pie Baileys. It was really nice. Like, it was really nice on the palate. I think on its own it tasted good, but obviously with Baileys, like, I don't ever really just drink it on its own. I always usually mix it in. And I actually think that would be good in coffee as well. It was really good in hot chocolate. Like, you can taste the apple, the spices come through, and it was just very pleasant to eat, to drink.
Yeah, I also put the Bailey's apple pie as number 2. Same thing. It was really actually fine on its own. You could kind of get the apple pie flavor and the Bailey's together really nicely. It was also very good in a hot cocoa, and I agree. I think it would be a really nice mix for an Irish coffee, but like a little apple flavor going on, a little fall theme. On here it shows it drizzled on apple pie. You could just have it on apple pie itself or enjoy it neat, which we did. We did enjoy it neat. But yeah, I thought it was really pleasant, and maybe when we're done with this and we have to go watch something, I might make myself a little hot cocoa drink.
Yeah. So number 1 is the Pillsbury Pumpkin Spice Cinnamon Roll. It, to me, was the best tasting thing. I'm about to go eat another one to clear that nasty, disgusting ass taste out of my mouth. It smelled amazing when we were making them. It was warm. It was, like... The flavors worked really well, and the frosting, like, really incorporated well with the cinnamon rolls, which I think it always does. That's the beauty of a cinnamon roll. And it was something I would buy again. I would buy those and make them again.
Yeah. So, number 1, I also had the pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. They were delicious. They smelled delicious while we were making them. They tasted delicious. I love cinnamon rolls already, so of course I'm going to love these, and I knew I was going to like them. The pumpkin comes through, the spice flavor is really nice, it pairs well, it's a good flavor, very enjoyable. I'm glad I will eat another one to cleanse my palate and my sins.
The sins.
And the sins that befell us.
Okay, so going through my ranking, number 10 was the candy corn Thanksgiving meal, pumpkin oat milk, hot apple cider, pumpkin pie Pop-Tart, goat cheese, chips, the Cash Kettle hot vodka cider, pumpkin spice marshmallows, Bailey's apple pie, and then Pillsbury pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls.
So I have the number 10, the turkey dinner apple pie and coffee candy corn. Number 9, I have the hot apple cider. 8, I have the pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts. 7, the Cask and Kettle spiked hot cider. 6 is the pumpkin oat beverage. 5 is the fall leaf tortilla chips. 4 is the pumpkin spice marshmallows. 3, pumpkin goat cheese. 2, Bailey's apple pie. And number 1, the Pillsbury pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls.
I'm feeling a little bit ill right now. I'm not going to lie. My stomach's, like, churning a bit.
To be fair, you have had 2 different types of alcohols and weird flavors.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit concerned about what's to come later. But yeah, I mean, that was enjoyable for some of it.
Aspects.
I think it's a good way to wrap up, like, fall, because we're pretty much done with fall.
We have one episode after this one, and then we're transitioning straight into Christmas.
Yeah, so we're gonna
all in.
We're gonna do a couple weeks of Christmas, and then we'll be coming up on our year anniversary.
Yeah.
So we have a special episode for year anniversary.
We do.
Extravaganza. Extravaganza. Next week we do have a guest.
We do, and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
This is actually, I think, the first person who listened to our podcast.
First or second. So we'll have a guest. It should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Going back to some television.
Yeah.
Governor.
Trying to figure out what that meant.
Oh.
But yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening.
If you would like to email us, if you'd like to find out where we got those candy corn from, we can send you the link, but you probably don't want to buy them.
You probably don't want to buy them unless you want to torture your family.
Yeah, but we have our email, our Instagram, our Twitter. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, God. We would like to thank Joseph McDade for our intro music. He provides free music available for all kinds of creative use. The song that we used is called Sunrise Expedition, and you can find it and his other music on his website, josephmcdade.com. If you would like to reach us, you can email us at r3podcasts@gmail.com. That's R, the number 3, podcasts@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Instagram by searching Research Rank Repeat.